Hey guys, Billy Davison, Davison Pressure Wash Painting, Hammond, Louisiana. Today we are not working in Hammond. We are a little bit north of the hometown here in the beautiful town of Kentwood, Louisiana. It is basically just a small little closet town, bunch of woods, some really nice high-end homes though. This is a really good hot area for power washing. A lot of the big crews out of the big cities overlook some of these smaller towns, but if you look at those demographics, you might come up on a good golden nugget somewhere that no one's advertising in or marketing or even doing door hangers or something like that, and you could land some quite large jobs like this one here. We have been doing this for many years. We've landed it many years ago. I would say about 19-20 years ago, we landed it with a flyer on a door. With these houses spread out about a half a mile each, that's kind of difficult to do. So a lot of people don't put those door hangers or flyers on these very rural areas. But again, this house is huge. I don't know, maybe between the house, the garage, there's another building over there. We might have 7,000 square feet of home that needs to be done, including the roof. So you're looking at a very high-end ticket sale. These people are not your average income folks with this type of home. They own businesses and properties and stuff, so they have a great income, and they want to get all this cleaned up before the holidays, and that's what we are doing today. So a couple things I want to talk about. Today is cold early morning, and our bleach is cold. The house is cold. It got cold overnight. The bleach is not working like I wanted it to, but I was expecting that, so I'm using straight 12 and a half with some degreaser in it and plenty of soap. And we're letting it sit, and we had to downstream it twice. We might have to downstream it a third time, or either pull out a soft wash pump on some hot spot areas. But other than that, we're going to get it done either way. This deck is needing to be refinished, so we're going to do what we can to it, but I'll let them know that there's only so much we can do to it. The paint's peeling on it, but so they are completely aware of that. A couple things I'm going to talk about. Like I said, we've been doing this house by about 19-20 years, and I have neglected going up on my prices like I should have. So kind of got me in an awkward situation when she called the schedule. I looked back at the books and seen the price. And, I was like, hey, we've been at this price for at least the last 10 years. I think I went up on her about 10 years ago. And she was like, oh, yeah, she definitely expected it. And so we had to go ahead and increase the price today several $100s. If not, it just wasn't going to be feasible for me to come do it. And I've been kind of coming doing it. I would schedule this house when I had nothing else to do or some other business up here. Almost 45 minutes away from my house. So it worked out. She accepted it. She was fine. She knows we're going to do a phenomenal job. In addition, she needs it done. So, and they probably don't want no one else on their property because they're kind of getting up in age and setting their ways. You know how that is. So, that being said, we're getting it done. And again, watch that bleach, man. When it's cold out here, you're just going to have to take your time. There's nothing you can do. You can try to rush it, but you can just make a mess out of it. If it's really cold, try to not schedule 3 of them in a row. Maybe just do one that morning, one in the afternoon. Leave yourself some time in there. Even you can still do it in the wintertime, but you're going to just have to scale it back a little bit and, let the customer know, that we're going to be here a little longer than normal because of the temperatures. And a lot of times they'll compensate you for that too. Sometimes they will. If they don't, they don't. But, it's always a chance that will happen. But this house, the temperature of the house was cold too because it set overnight. And when our SH hit it, it was just not wanting to do much. But we got it done, two downstream coats on it. And now it's really starting to eat away at it. Another thing I want to mention, y'all may have seen the title of this video and wondered what the heck. So we're going to talk about that here in a second. Just to my left here, right through these woods, if I took off walking through there, I don't know exactly how far, but it's not very far. We would walk up on Mrs. Britney Spears' house, the rear of it. And now she has a lot of land back there, so it's you could walk and probably take you a day to walk around her property, I'm sure. I remember years ago, I was on a ladder messing with that vent up there for my customer here, and we could turn around this way when the trees were a lot lower. And they had somebody come in here and clear cutted it years ago. We could see her house from that little spot up there, so it's not that far. You know, you could probably shout through the woods and they'd hear you. Matter of fact, I'm spraying the backside of this garage, and I guess them big security German Shepherds that she got is barking at us. I guess they can hear that spraying water. You know, it's probably a little odd for them. But yeah, so she's you know, as a as a crow flies, it's just not far. I mean, it's right there. And I was tempted to kind of walk back there, but I better not. I got work to do, and then I'm sure she's got people patrolling her perimeter. So, you know, unless something's changed, you know, I hadn't been over here in a couple of years. Who knows? They might all be gone or moved out. Who knows how that works with these famous people? But that's where she stays at. That's where her family stays at. They said she comes down here several times a year, and I've heard that she's got a helicopter pad back here and a bunch of other stuff, recording studio. And yep. So just a little something interesting. As a matter of fact, these people know her, know her parents, and go to church with them, and you know, they've been here before. Britney Spears has walked up these steps before and sat on this patio, and I don't know for how long. Might have just stopped by for a hello or something, who knows. But so just wanted to run that by you. Thought it was kind of interesting. So we're gonna get back to doing this house. If y'all need my help personally, my number is 985-345-0778. My name is Billy Davis, and I'm the owner of Davis Pressure Washer Painting.